Hello, hello, and welcome back to Module 3 of the Blooming with Intention Social and Emotional Learning and Life Skills Training and Course. Today, we are talking about Unrivaled. That's the name of this module, and I'm going to tell you why it's named Unrivaled in just a moment. But you'll see that we started out with a video featuring Rodney Beeman, and Rodney Beeman used character strengths to rebuild his life. He was wrapped up in a lot of trouble. Life wasn't going exactly the way he wanted to, and by fate, or some strike of luck, he was turned on to the VIA character strengths and took an assessment and was able to identify and recognize his strengths and was taught how to put them to use. And this turned his life around. That's why character strengths and being able to recognize the strengths in ourselves and others is so powerful. And I'm so excited to have this discussion today. We'll be talking about character strengths. We'll also be talking about confidence, and we're going to take a dip into recognizing how it is that we can bring out the unique makeup and special strengths that we all have in ourselves and in others. So why is this module named Unrivaled? Well, we're going to be talking about practical strengths-based tools that are a core component of positive psychology. You know, that's my jam and what I love to study. They offer a potential avenue for increasing performance and affecting social and behavioral change. So in this module, we're going to explore the power of choosing to focus and build on what's right with us in a world that so often tempts us to focus on what's wrong with us. We'll open with a quote. Everybody has a gift, and everybody's gift can be the solution to your problems. That's one of the quotes that Rodney gave us in the video that we just watched. How can we use our strengths to be the solutions to our problems? This is one of the questions that we're going to explore as we learn how to take a strengths-based approach to our lives. So, some of the objectives in this module are to bring out your inner coach. We learned about self-coaching in the last module, and we're also cultivating our skills for coaching that we can really take into our relationships. Everyone can be a coach, whether you're a teacher, a parent, or a friend. You can always use some of those core coaching tools, and being able to help someone recognize their strengths and their greatness, key core tool to coaching. We're going to also aim to understand character and character strengths. We'll be identifying approaches to utilizing strengths and working on building confidence in ourselves and others. This is really going to, again, give you a pathway, a framework for taking a strengths-based approach to life and recognizing your strengths, putting them to use, building on them, and celebrating them. We've got 8 lessons in this module. The first lesson we're going to jump into, that's the introduction to character strengths. What are character strengths will be the second lesson. An overview of character strengths as our third lesson. And then we're going to talk about putting character strengths to use, and then strengths and balance. How do we know when our strengths are in good use, if we're overusing or underusing them? This is key. We'll also talk a bit about identity and culture and about building self-confidence. And lastly, we're going to go through 10 keys to unrivaled success, giving you some action steps. How do we apply this and put it into use to really achieve that unrivaled success? And by unrivaled, I mean no one else can be as good of a you as you can be. So learning how to bring out the best in you, the best of your potential, is your key to unrivaled success. Character strengths are the positive parts of your personality that make you feel authentic and engaged. We want to feel authentic, that we can show up and be ourselves, not that we have to put a mask on and be anyone else, and that we can engage based on who we are with others and connect with them based on their strengths and our strengths and how those align. Personal strengths can be reinforced and developed through attending to them and exploring the ways in which one has used them in real everyday life. Through acknowledging the use of one's strengths, a person may begin to own such positive personal qualities and become more aware of his or her potential. This may encourage the person to become more proactive in the pursuit of nurturing and growing these strengths, which may lead to a greater sense of confidence and self-efficacy. Again, this is why this module is named Unrivaled. For centuries, building and strengthening good character among children and youth have been the universal goals for parenting and education. Exploring what we're made of, celebrating what makes us our own unique selves as a way of building confidence. And why? Because having good character has been shown to buffer against the negative effects of stress and trauma, preventing or mitigating disorders. Hope, kindness, and social intelligence and self-control and perspective are key strengths that we recognize help students to do better in the classroom, and outside of the classroom help people to have greater achievement. These strengths are associated with school successes, leadership, tolerance, and the valuing of diversity. The ability to delay gratification, that's a tough one, right? Not needing to be getting rewarded right away, but being able to wait for our reward. Kindness and altruism, these are all strengths that we're going to talk about and explore the ways that they can serve us well in our lives. These character strengths and being aware of them and putting them to use has also been shown to reduce problems of substance abuse, alcohol abuse, smoking, violence, depression, and even suicidal ideation. Important stuff, right? These are big challenges that we're dealing with these days in our lives and that youth are especially dealing with. So that's why this module is so important, to be able to help point out the good in ourselves and in others. So we're going to jump right in with lesson 2 on what are character strengths. That's our next lesson, so stay tuned.